The year was 1625. The place was France, and the month was April. Spring, the perfect season for a young man to go and seek his fortune. I was that young man. My name? It is D'Artagnan. I talked over my future with my father. Father?
Yes, my son.
I am now 19 years of age, and it's time I made a career for myself.
I agree, my son, and I have been thinking about it. What would you like to become?
All my life, Father, I have heard of the King's Musketeers, those bold, brave fighting men who serve as his guardsmen. I, too, would like to be a musketeer. You were one yourself, weren't you?
Ah, yes. When I was much younger, of course. Nothing would make me happier than to have you follow in my footsteps. It is an honorable profession. And besides, my son, you have become an excellent swordsman. I think you would make a fine musketeer.
Then I should like to apply, Father.
I think I can help.
You can? How?
When I was a member of the Musketeers, there was a young man, a fine swordsman himself at the time. I helped to train him. That's many years ago. And now he has become the captain of the Musketeers. I will give you a letter of introduction to him. His name is de Treville.
But what, Father?
A letter of introduction does not guarantee you a post with the Musketeers. You must prove yourself as brave, as a good fighter, as loyal to the king as any of his Musketeers. And that is not always easy.
I will go and try, Father.
And here, my son, here is one more gift I give you. My own sword.
Your sword? Father, I am honored. I will do my best to use it well. For King Louis and for France.
That is all I could ask, my son. And I know you will succeed. You will find my friend de Treville in Paris. And there's not a more honorable friend of France than he is.
I leave today, Father.
Then go with my blessings, my son. You'll find him at the king's palace. You, a musketeer. How proud I would be. Well, then we'd better prepare for your journey. It's 2 days' ride. Remember, my son, for King Louis and for France.
I left for Paris the very next day. The journey took me through the countryside. When I was only a few hours away from Paris, suddenly I came upon a group of men fighting, their swords ringing in the air. I saw 10 men fighting. 7 of them wore masks over their faces. They were robbers. I could see in an instant they had come upon the 3 men in the woods and had attacked them. 7 against 3. Whoever those 3 were, they couldn't hope to win without a little help. I leaped from my horse and joined them in battle. One of the 3 saw me and called to his friends.
So, another robber joins the battle, those devils. Well, no matter. Let them bring 10 more and we'll vanquish them too. Fight on, Porthos.
We fight, Athos.
Fight on, Aramis.
Fight, Athos. But look, the stranger. He's not fighting us. He's fighting them. Ooh, and what a swordsman. Welcome, stranger, whoever you are.
7 against 3? Now it's 7 against 4. Better odds, yes? Oh, take that and that.
The tide is turning. The robbers are fleeing.
They are running towards their horses. Ha! The cowards!
Let them go. They'll know better than to trifle with us. Watch them run.
Well done, stranger. A fine swordsman for someone so young. We thank you. What is your name?
D'Artagnan.
And where are you headed?
To Paris. I have a letter of introduction to Captain de Treville.
Captain de Treville? What business have you with him?
Why do you ask? Is that any of your concern?
A gentleman of spirit, too, I see. I mean no harm. You know, of course, who he is.
Yes, he is captain of the Musketeers. It is my wish to become a Musketeer myself.
A musketeer? Now, whatever in the world would you want to do that for? Why do you want to join that ridiculous bunch?
Ridiculous? The King's Musketeers? Hold your tongue, sir, or I'll give you a new fight. The Musketeers are famous as brave, bold, courageous men. My father was a Musketeer, and if you say another word against them, you will feel the anger of my sword, not those robbers.
Hold on, my young hothead. We know the Musketeers well. Correct, Porthos?
Indeed we do, Aramis.
Right, D'Artagnan? You do not see our uniforms underneath our cloaks, but we are musketeers ourselves. See?
Musketeers? Indeed you are! And I was ready to raise my sword against the three of you for insulting them.
You have a fine spirit, D'Artagnan. And you say you wish to become a musketeer. Then come to Paris with us. De Treville is our captain, and we would be honored to bring you to him. Porthos, Aramis, saddle up. On to Paris.